Yeah, sorry. I don't know, it's acting up on my phone. It's acting like it's not even there. I can't tell if it's working on y'all's end or if it's just my phone. But we're gonna try this again. Get back in there. Do 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 do. Get back in there. Do do do. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It started freaking out on me. So yeah, I'm not even gonna bother retitling it. I'll just pick it up from here if it works. Yeah, it randomly just had issues out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden it was fine. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. So I stopped temporarily. I uh, I stopped and just restarted. Is what happened because I wasn't sure if it was still working on it. It was because on my phone it was freaking out, but then it was still showing it was going. So and it was still showing it was going on that. No, you're not experiencing death, Big Sumo. So I went ahead and restarted the stream just to be safe. I stopped what I was doing and just restarted it. That's all. I rebooted it, so you're okay. You're okay, Sumo. I promise. Can you imagine? Is this me experiencing death? Poor guy. That'd be horrible. Like, yes, Sumo, this is the end. Go toward the light. Ah, not this time, pinballs. No, you're alright. You're alright, Sumo. It was literally I cut the stream and restarted it. Because on my end it was freaking out on the phone. I couldn't tell if it was actually still going. So I wanted to be safe and I went ahead and restarted it. It was only like 19 minutes in and I hadn't really done anything of significance. So I just went ahead and like rebooted it. I'm not even like retitling it part 2 or any of that because if this works the rest of the way then I'll just use it from already started completion. It's not a big deal to me, so I'll just start it from where it's at. Nah, your PC's okay, I promise. It is not your PC. It was on my end. And I didn't know if it was still playing it, so I wanted to be absolutely safe. And went ahead and rebooted the stream, so... Because on my phone, it wasn't telling me one way or the other. It kept acting like something weird was going on. It was like, oh... I think Twitch itself was having an error on my end on the phone. And maybe the stream was still going at the time, but then I went ahead and restarted it just because I couldn't tell either way. And I didn't want to, like, not do it, and then it turns out... You know. Turns out it's not actually streaming, even though it says it's streaming. So, yeah. I thought, hey, I can stop right here, reboot it real quick, and it's not the end of the world. Except for poor Sumo, who thinks his PC died. So, I'm sorry, Sumo. I wasn't trying to give you a crisis there. Alright. Trying to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles me there. With the frickin' spikes. But not as bad as those weird frickin' things in that game. That was a whole other level of pain back then. Ooh, Mega Kevin, you almost got me 3 times there, buddy. You gotta be careful. It's always a little dicey to ride over here. Usually you can do it fine if you stay more toward the middle, but sometimes it gets me too far back here, then I try and compensate, so I run up here, and then, yeah, it just gets bad all around. Alright, Battlein, let's do this. How you doing, Battlein? Hey! I know you're battling, but you don't gotta, like, do bad things right off, girl. I need a chance to breathe for a second before you start doing all that to me. You know, I'm just trying to work out how to attack you here. Because I'm still waking up, and this is all still very confusing to me right now. Really, the early parts aren't the really horrible parts, it's later, but... You could still very much die here, just off of... I have this weird part where you first start the fight, it kind of throws me for a bit, and that kind of causes me issues. Ooh. Oh, see, stuff like that, you know, it's just like... Yeah, well, that's a really... My thing with that boss fight is it's really freaking... It's cool, but I think it goes way over on the... how long it lasts. It's just... And then it gets crazier, and it's too easy to just do what I just did, where like, whoops, I made some silly mistake that really I probably shouldn't have. And then next thing you know, hey, you're back to the start of the level. Because golden, so, you know. And then you're going through most of the level on autopilot, because it's like, okay, most of the level isn't that bad. But that can lead to its own problems. And then by the time you get back to her, assuming you do, it's like, oh, here we go again, you know? Whoops, I gotta not mess up these little things. Later on, it makes a little more sense because there are parts where you could easily just mess up and die. But, even in the early parts of her fight, it's very easy to be like, whoops. Oh, I don't know why I have such problems, but I practiced it too, just on its own, outside of permadeath, and there's just certain parts of that fight I have issues. It's a hit or miss if I even get through. So that's why I'm saying maybe we do it today, maybe we don't. So I just need a clean run, and it's really hard to get. But it's fine. You know, it is what it is. Very excited about Elden Ring, obviously, but also excited about Marvel vs. Capcom Collection. Oh, God. You know, those are some goated cutscenes, though. I have absolutely no issues with Metal Gear 4 having those really long cutscenes. I was in for it. I was in it. I was, like, definitely into it. I had no issues. I was like, yeah, you just keep doing what you're doing, Kojima. I'll be plenty happy with that. Well, that was close. I was like, you do your thing, Kojima. I'm cool with it. Man, I miss Metal Gear 4. I wish it would come off of PS3 and get onto something else. I'm hoping with Metal Gear Collection 2, they'll find a way to, like, somehow remake or whatever they have to do to make it work on modern systems. I know PS3 games are notoriously bad about backwards compatibility because of the way they're made. Yeah, I know. I'm aware of the things, but I promise you in today's day and age, they could do it. It's just a lot of them don't want to take the time to. But I feel like Konami is almost in a situation where they have to, because of all the bad will that they've fostered over the years. And now they're trying to get it back to goodwill, but it's like, and they've been doing a lot of really fun game collections. They've been doing great there, but there's still a lot of people who won't let the past go ever. So it's like, I mean, even if you're never going to win those people over, you could do a lot in just, oh my god, will you freaking come back? And just even doing that, I think, would go a long way. There are some people you're never going to win over no matter what, because they can never let anything go ever. But, you know, they did Kojima dirty, but Kojima's also doing fine now, and he's got his own independent studio, which, let's be real, it's far better than ever working for Konami for him. So, you know, it's like, okay, they were dicks, they were terrible, fucking, you know, it happened. Yeah, I'm not saying they're saints now either, but, I mean, come on, guys, move on. Like, Kojima's doing better than ever without them, so I don't get why you're going to keep harping on forever about it with every new title. They pretty much write off. My problem isn't that people are upset about, you know, what they did, because I'm still upset about what they did to Kojima. But at the same time, it's been how many years, and you're just writing off every game right off before you even start it, just so you can be like, yeah, I hate Capcom. I mean, not Capcom, excuse me, Konami, and, oh, yeah, let's just... It's like, bro, give the games a chance. They practically, a lot of them, have just decided their opinions and feelings on Silent Hill 2 before even playing it. And it's like, those same people are going to say, well, I gave it a chance. It's like, no, you fucking didn't. You already decided long before, oh, I hate it. Like, bro. The free freaking Silent Hill game we got. Like, okay. It was exactly what you'd expect for a free freaking Silent Hill game. It was decent. It wasn't that bad. I don't know why people gotta be like, oh my god, fucking horrible, I heard it, because fucking, yeah, everybody else. My favorite YouTuber told me I should still hate them, so let me go hate them. Like, bro. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to love Konami, but if they do something right, fucking give them credit. Don't just auto-write, oh, I'm gonna hate them no matter what, so no matter what they do, I'm gonna whine at them to get in my good graces, but I'm never actually gonna let them have that, so, you know, no matter what they do, I'm gonna hate it right off. It's, you know, I don't care if you, like, yeah, by all means, hate Konami if you hate Konami, but don't pretend like you're gonna give them a fair shake on a game if you're, you know, if you're over here just hating before you even play something. Like, bro. It's like people who are naturally inclined to not care for FromSoft. Now, I'll admit, I'm biased. I love FromSoft. But even so, like, okay, if you're not gonna like something, don't go into it right off being like, I don't know how this is gonna be. This might be terrible because, it's like, dude, if you already hate it, okay, cool. There are how many games nowadays? Go play something you love, dude. There's like a gajillion games out there specifically catered to what you probably love most. So go, go play those. I hate that pinball so much. Yeah, go play this, man. That pinball right now is like, well, go play with other pinballs, man. I heard you. I'm like, touche, pinball, you got me there. Like, I'm not saying you have to love Konami. Of course not. Have your opinion. But at least give games a chance before you just write them off right off. Plus, a lot of these people aren't the same people who freaking were with the original Konami brand, I tried. There's usually not much salvaging that if you bounce off the bubble. It's like, just go do it, bro. So anyone who ever works regardless for them, you're punishing them too because old Konami was stupid. We get it. They got all greedy and like, oh, I only care about my pachinko machines. Like, okay, yeah, but no corporation, no matter how much you love them, is your friend. Let's be real. Like, I promise you, as much as I enjoy FromSoft games, they're not my friend. Like, they're better than most of the AAA's quality-wise, but at the same time, I mean, they're still a company, man. They're not. They literally only care about my wallet and my sales. They're not here to be my friend. That's not what companies do. As a consumer, I'm always like, bro, that's all I'm there to do. It's a transaction. You make me a game, I buy game. You get my money. Like, bro, I have no illusions otherwise. I'm not out here thinking, oh, they secretly love me. They're my best friends. Like, some of these people get that way, and it's like, why, bro? They're a company. They want the money. At the end of it all. I used to hate RPGs, but as soon as I played God of War 2018 PS5, I loved them. Yeah. To be fair, 2018 God of War is pretty freaking amazing. I must, yeah. I haven't beaten Ragnarok, but what I played of Ragnarok is pretty damn good too. I want to play Ragnarok when I have more time to actually sit there and play Ragnarok. I'm working on too many other things right now. So it's like, I'll do a proper playthrough at some point. But I'm in no rush because I got it with a free copy, like with the code that came with my PS5, so that's how I got Ragnarok anyway. I mean, I had it on PS4, I had bought it, but they gave me the free code for the PS5 version. I'm like, sure, okay, whatever. I'll use that for now, and that's the one I'll play whenever I actually sit there and play it. Whenever I get around to it. 2018 God of War is great. So far, though, I mean, I haven't finished Ragnarok. So far, though, my favorite God of War is still God of War 3. It's goated. You still can't top it for me. I even replayed that maybe last year and got the plow for the remastered version of it, and it's just like it still hits. That being said, I'm not one of those people like, oh god, no, how dare they change it. No, I love the change that they did for Kratos and his character development in the new ones. I absolutely love it. It's just that I prefer God of War 3 because its story just went really hard, bro. It just did. It's just fun. Yeah. I mean, it's just a fun time. That's all it is. Absolutely love new God of War, of course. I think it's amazing. Looking forward to seeing what they do with it more. Even after all the Norse stuff is done and they decide to move on to another pantheon of gods. That would be really cool. I really look forward to it. I wonder if one day they'll do the taboo one. The sacred, hey, we decided to do Bible times or something. They just decide to go with those realms and see how many Christians lose their fucking minds. It'd just be funny. It would be so funny. Also, think of how OP a frickin' boss you could make, like, they did, like, Jesus as a boss or something. Or for all you know, Jesus could be helping Kratos. We don't know. DMC is just goated as a series in general. Like, I don't... Yeah, the friggin' Devil May Cry is freaking amazing. I don't even... Like, if they never make another Devil May Cry after 5, you know what, I'll still be happy because there's so many freaking great Devil May Cry. Like, I'd be a little sad because it'd be nice to get more Devil May Cry, but I'm fairly certain they're gonna make another Devil May Cry. I don't feel like this is it for it. I don't know why everybody keeps saying, Oh, well, this is probably, like, what if this is the last one? It's like, dude, it's Capcom. They're pretty good about continuing their series and doing a really good job with those continuations, and they take their time to do it. So it's like, pretty sure we're gonna get another Devil May Cry at some point down the line. And it's probably gonna be just as amazing as frickin' 5, and it'll be worth the wait, and, you know. We really got GTA 6 before DLC 6. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. I always love that meme. I always love the, we really got this before GTA 6. I love it. I never get tired of it. When I see it, I usually thumbs up anyone doing it, because it's just freaking funny. I mean, we're technically supposedly getting GTA 6 next year. But again, that's kind of, you know, could change. Especially in modern game development. You know, in times they come out with a generic template of thing that makes you know automatically, oh, this is a delay announcement. Like, we're so sorry that this has happened. We just want to make it the best it can be. And it's like, yeah, cool. You could just say, hey, we're working on it. That's fine. You don't have to do a whole thing up. It's fine. I promise. Cool. I'm glad that you're telling us you're delaying. That's fine. Whatever. Take your time. But you don't have to do the generic template and tell us, oh, yeah, this would be perfect. But yeah. It's like, bro, if it's a game I'm interested in, I'm willing to wait. I mean, look, frickin' Silk Song still hasn't come out. I've been waiting on that. I was waiting on Metroid Prime 4 for what felt like forever. Guess what? That's coming next year. So it's all good. It'll happen eventually. I'm more than happy to wait. I mean, it's fine. Go for it. It's why I'm so willing to wait whenever they do things for, like, early access, because I don't tend to like doing early access, because I know I'll just wait another 8 to 10 years and I'll get a whole game with a ton of content. So believe me, I'm more than patient enough to wait for your AAA full release or whatever you got going on that you want to do. That might take a little longer, especially if it's something like GTA 6. I'll wait. Fuck yeah. I love playing GTA. It's just fun. It's fun to do just really stupid stuff in that. I'm not even talking about doing multiplayer. I'm just talking about doing, like, single player. You can create so much really stupid, silly, fun stuff out of it that it's just kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Like, I once went around in GTA 5, goofing around, and I was stomping. I was actually bouncing up and down with the blimp. I didn't realize at the time it was going to explode, okay? But I was going boom, but I was Goomba stomping cars, and I thought it was the most hilarious thing. And then I just did it in the street, and then out of nowhere the blimp exploded, and I couldn't stop laughing. It was like, wasted! And I was like, that was the best. And I like to, GTA 5, I like to do the first-person perspective a lot. It's really a really fun time. And I just do some really, really stupid stuff. I mean, that's what GTA is really about, is for. Just doing really stupid stuff, right? Damn it, fucking pinball, man. I hate that pinball. I don't know why it's so freaking different. All the other pinballs I can just not even think about. That one, though, it's just the angle. It's got to be just right. It's got to be perfect in order for you to even be able to get back and reach the thing. Then you got to do the jump appropriately, and it causes me a lot of issues. It is probably the room that ends my runs the most, to be honest with you. And it's a deceptive, sneaky hard, because it seems like, oh, I get the concept, it shouldn't be that hard, but it's really hard to do consistently. It's okay, though. It be what it be, you know. Just means more Celeste, right? Here's the beauty side of things, is like, if for whatever reason I don't get through this, like today, hey, that's just more Celeste coming. Although I am starting to get other ideas for whatever year it is that I finally do get through all the Goldens. Because I already planned on this being a very long affair, especially with things like Farewell out there. Farewell's going to be a God knows how long just to get through, but I'm thinking about testing some things to make options and stuff harder in that variant mode, just kind of experimenting with it a bit, or maybe even doing speedruns as Celeste when I finish this. They won't be world record setting speedruns, but it'll be fun to do some casual like speedrunning and stuff in this. Just keep trying to beat my own times and see what happens from there, right? Hell yeah, I love me some Celeste. I'll never tire of the game, so this will always be one I probably play to some degree on my stream regardless. Because, I don't know, it's just fun to play Celeste. Yesterday, I was playing Splasher, and I don't know, I know it's a pretty I mean, I guess the trophy hunter circles is more popular now because some bigger trophy hunter types, or at least YouTubers, are probably have been doing it. But like, it's basically a really hard platformer. Then balls, rain paint everywhere, and certain paints do certain things, and it's really difficult. Well, I got to the very end of the last level, in the last room where you can't die. I had rescued all the dudes. I was gonna get like trophies for doing that, and then I had a horrible time trying to get there because it was just a really tough level. So basically, long story short, I get to the very last room, and then the app crashed. The game crashed. I'm like, really? Really? So I had to do it all again. I did do it all again, and this time it didn't crash. It was literally the only time it's ever crashed on. And it was like, you chose now to crash? Really? And it was like the most inopportune time. I guess it could have been worse. It could have been during one of the speed runs that you have to do for like one of the harder trophies, but it still sucked. Well, like, I got all this way and you side crashed now on me. It's like, oh, thank you for your report. We'll look into it. I'm like, wow, guys, that's nice, but what are we going to do about the fact that I just freaking have to redo this whole thing? Oh, wow, that really just happened. It's like, I really have to do this all over again, you know? It's like, oh, it's hilarious I just died like that. But, yeah, it was just like, really? Hey, Sumo, it's okay, man. It happens, okay? I'm prone to an oopsie or two. It does happen. Honestly, I just laugh at it. I don't think it's that big a deal. Mainly because I don't feel like, for the most part, other than those 3 rooms before you get to her, not talking about the hair stuff, but like the stuff before that, it's really not that hard to get back to the place I was at, so I don't really sweat when I make a really silly mistake. It's just like, whatever. I got a good chunk of time to stream today, too, so it's fine. I'm not exactly in that pressed, hurry-up mode that I usually get toward the end of the stream, where maybe I might get a little more annoyed or agitated at smaller things, because it's like, oh, come on, I don't stream again until next week, let's get... But even then, I think I'm going to try my best not to get that way today, even if I'm still on this, because it's just... There's really no point. Because it's like, I'm still going to be, regardless of what I'm doing, I'm always going to be streaming some type of Celeste for the longest time, so... I already knew going into this would be a... Like, the Goldens as a whole would be a long process. So I need to be okay with the fact that I'm not going to complete a Golden every single week, like I have been doing. Like, that pace can't possibly keep up. So... You can't keep being one practice day and then one whole day and magically you've done it. Minus 3A. 3A was the exception. I was stuck on 3A for quite a few streams. Going for the DMC plot. Yeah. Yeah, well, you could just go watch Guy Peruski. He'll tell you all about it. Oh, Peruski. I love hearing him always drop things, being like, oh yeah, did you know I got the Devil May Cry 5 plat? And now he can be like, did you know I got the 100% as well? Because he did that too. It's just freaking funny. I think he even made like a little mini guide on how to kind of make it as easy as possible. I wouldn't say full on cheese, but like a way to kind of make it at least easier. It's still hard no matter what you do, but yeah. Do that. Alright, we're gonna try not to do in this room what we did the last time. That was kind of a funny goof, but it's funny the first time. I don't think it'll hit the same whenever we do it the next time. Jump, don't dash. There we go. If you do it twice in a row, then it stops being as funny. I'm not throwing for content either, I promise. Any genuinely stupid goof is literally a genuinely stupid goof on my part that I just goofed up. I'm not one of those throw for content people. Even when I joke around and pretend to, I really don't. Doing the basic trophies of Virgil, and I'm still struggling? Oh, okay. But you know what? Think of it this way, you're already way further than I am on it. I haven't even touched that. I haven't touched any of... You serious right now, game? I haven't touched any of that. I hate those. I hate the pinballs in general. They're just my least favorite part of this level. It's always a pinball. Pulling some shenaniganry. On my way to battle, and if I do die before, it's always a pinball, just about. Other than that one time where you leaped up into the spikes, but yeah. You got this, Sumo. I believe in you. I'm sure you can do it. Plus, you're still young, so you got them reflexes. You don't have to compensate with just your mind like a lot of us getting up there in age gamers got to do. You know, I'm not old yet, but I'm on my way. So, yeah. I don't have the same reflexes. A lot of times I do have to compensate with gaming knowledge and just that kind of thing in my mind more than I do my reflexes in games. Virgil's OP with the exception that you can't get hit to stay OP. Yeah. Virgil do be like that. Well, it's easy. GG, just don't get hit, Sumo. That's all you gotta do. It's like telling me it's easy. All you gotta do is never get hit in Celeste, and you'll get through these Goldens like it's nothing. Genius plan. 10 out of 10, would recommend. Perfect strategy for any game. I almost jumped too early on that. That would have been funny. Because then I would have had no momentum and I would have died. And for some reason that's just freaking amusing to me. Because I feel like you almost can't... If you're going to do... First off, you gotta love Celeste to even go after Golden Berries. But also, even outside of that, you can't take it yourself or the process too seriously. If you want to have, you know, a good time with it. Like, I do a lot of really stupidly hard challenge run stuff in general, even when I'm not streaming, so for me, it's like, it's fun to do, but also, you just tend to learn, for the most part, I still get salty from time to time. For the most part, usually it's on a day where I'm really tired, I just caught myself off. You can't take yourself too seriously with it. You just gotta kind of go for it and see what happens. I mean, the whole idea of challenge runs is that, you know, they're challenges. They're gonna take a few tries. You can't go in expecting to freaking just blast through it and first try everything. Or even 15th or 50th try, I think, in some cases. I'm still working on the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 play. Guess how long that's taking me? A very long time, let's just say that. Mostly because I'm working on those, which actually are my favorite things to do when you get the combo trials. You know, I love those in fighting games. I wish every fighting game had them. And I like them to get over the top and stupid and ridiculous. Same goes for Schoolgirls. Literally, all I gotta do is... Damn it. All I gotta do is finish combo trials and also, I think, Maria 300% or whatever it is. That's hard, but that's still eventually doable. But the combo trials is really what's stopping me on Skullgirls. So it's like, yeah, I'm getting there, but it's taking me a long time. You have to really come in with the mentality that you're willing to be in it for the long haul, I guess. With anything. Well, good luck, Sumo. I wish you the best. Maybe, the next time you see me, I'll actually be on 7A. Or I'll still be doing this. Who knows? Could go either way. Do. Whee! That was a little too smooth. I almost messed that up. Whee! There we go. Alright, let's fly the right way this time instead of up into things. There we go. Oh, that was almost bad. Way to go, guy. Way to go, girl. You go, girl. You got this. You got this, Madeline. We can't let Madeline win. It's not canon, okay? Madeline can't... Oh, we're dead. I hate when that happens. Because I'm trying to go down and I accidentally diagonal or side dash, and it launches me off, and then it's either you smash, you get smashed, or you stand there and slowly die. Either way, you're getting smashed. Meow. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Practice again without the dying. You know, that's the goal, doing this without the dying. That's the whole point of Golden Balls. But, you know, one of these days, or centuries, I'll string together the run and we'll be on to the next one. Till then, get used to seeing 6A. We're probably going to be in it a while. Mostly because of battling and the occasional pinball. Darn pinball wizards. I need to become a pinball wizard, that's what it is. The old song knew it all. Pinball wizard. Alright, let's see. Woo! Bonk. Do that. Run this way. Da-da-da-da-da. Up here. Oh, that was almost bad. That's alright though. You have a little more of a delay on that. It's okay. You'll have a little more leeway than you think on that part. Unlike certain room coming up, where you have basically no room for messing up, and if you do, well, sorry, you're going back to the beginning level. It's that one pinball room I hate coming up. It's the only one that gives me real serious problems. I mean, I occasionally mess up one in here, but it's not usually because it's hard, it's because I just messed up. There's one coming up, though. I die at almost 2 for... I die at it enough that it's probably the room I'm like most about. At least leading into battling. Battling's, you know, always going to be a pain no matter what. You expect that. That's kind of just how the nature of a really lengthy, obnoxiously long boss fight is. But I still like the boss fight. It is just a bit obnoxiously long. But again, probably, there's story reasons for it. But yeah, just things are. It's rough out here. Y'all, I may actually wind up staying up all night anyway playing Elden Ring. And then just going into truck. And then sleeping. No, I can't do that. I'm not that young anymore. But if I wind up not sleeping, well, I don't know how there I'm going to be for work, but we'll see. I once went into work. Oh, I thought I was dead there. I once went into work on about, I don't know, an hour. It was really rough after, but I did make it, so maybe I could pull it off. We'll see. Oh, that was weirdly perfect. Okay, thanks. Hey, bird, how you doing? Hey, Granny, I know, you're here to make fun. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go. She's not actually making fun of that scene, I think. I'm thinking that scene she's actually just being encouraging, just talking about how rough the mountain could be. She understands. But that she lives here and she's used to the ways of the mountain, and so it keeps her on her toes, keeps her fresh, you know, that sort of stuff. At her old age, it keeps her going. As many old people will tell you, you kind of need something to keep you spry and young whenever you get older, just to keep yourself going. At least that's what old people have told me, and I assume I'll be telling young people whenever I get old someday. And actually old, not, oh my god, you're in your 30s? Oh my god, you're so old. But the young kids think it's so funny until they become that age where after they blink and suddenly they're like, wait, what do you mean I'm not old? And the young generation's doing the same to them, and it's really funny. Ooh, I thought I was going to hit that. That was almost bad. Dude, remember, careful movements. There we go. Alright, down. We're good now. And then just make sure you're straight. There we go. Right there. Make sure you're straight through there. Yeah, Mega Kevin. Mega Kevin. I know, buddy. I know. You almost get me killed every time. But once we get over those 3, it's all good for Meg. You very slowly and kindly deliver me like you're my awesome Uber. Thanks, Mega Kevin. And I'll never hold it against you when I die there, because sometimes it just happens there. Alright, let's do this battle. No, you don't get to do that. Battling, you silly girl. Why you gotta be like this? How about we just climb this mountain together instead of fighting all the time? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Actually, we do become friends later. So much so to the point where you're actually being the rational one at one point. And I'm the one being completely irrational. Oh. Like a true friend. That was almost bad. She shot that other one off way faster than I was expecting. Sometimes she does that. I'm like, what is going on? Why was that so quick for her, you know? Alright, doing that. Remember. But sometimes I forget you don't actually have to dash into her, you just have to hit her. Well, I mean, there are points you're gonna want to dash no matter what, because obviously, if you don't, it's gonna be bad for you. But yeah. Oh, you kidding me? Oh, I thought that. Oh man, I should have been a little more patient there. Well, because I was thinking ahead, because I was thinking about, I think the next room or two is the one where she starts doing the double laser shots with the laser balls, and that can catch you off guard. Hi, nice to meet you, Origin number 2. How are you doing today? Yo, Protein Cookies, how you doing? Yeah, we're doing the Celeste 6A Golden Berry Chase today, so no idea if we'll get through it today or we'll still be practicing it for next time, but we're gonna try. But it's the last stream of the week, so either way, I've got Shadow of the Erd Tree to look forward to this week, and Sloppy gets high spirits regardless. I hope you're doing alright. Doo-doo-doo. Da-da-da. Oh, it's so hard for me not to just call out of work tomorrow, honestly. I'm fighting myself because I have to get up at 3 in the morning for truck, so it's kind of a battle of, hey, do I get up at 3 a.m. for truck, or do I finally just take a day off and play some Elden Ring and sleep, you know? It's very tempting. I could afford to miss a shift. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but, you know, I don't like to do that if I can help it, unless I'm usually actually sick. It's very rare I ever just take off to take off. Part of it's because I actually do like where I'm working, so that kind of helps. But part of that's also just because you never know when you actually need to be off, and it doesn't help if you've taken off a bunch of like bullshit days and then you have no way to get paid because you're actually sick, and now you are out of sick pay, or you took all your sick days or something, and then it's like, wow, well now you're just gonna be sick and not getting paid. Like, what's the point of that? While I don't tend to get sick terrible a lot, when I do get sick, it tends to be really rough for me, so yeah. Money or fun, those are the options. You know, if there weren't this annoying thing called bills every month, you know, that just keep coming around even though I swore I paid them the month before, you know, I might not have to worry about this money thing as much. Oh, well, I mean, there's games and stuff to be bought, but besides that, you know, we'd have more money for the games and stuff. We didn't have to keep paying bills every month. It's okay, though. Such is adulting. I really largely, what my decision bases on is whether I actually sleep tonight, because if I don't get a lot of really decent sleep, then I will probably be calling out, because it's just like, when I was a bit younger, I could do all-nighters. I would have just not even thought about it. I would have played Shadow of the Erd Tree all night, run into work, and then just slept when I got home. But now, that causes me a lot of problems. I really can't be running on that little sleep even for a little bit, even just to get through my shift. I would make it through my shift, maybe, alright, but then afterwards, I'd have to be sure I slept, and I already have trouble sleeping, so it's like, it would become a problem very quickly for me that day. I would basically be a zombie at best, and I can't exactly enjoy a game if I'm half out zombified the whole time. Especially one I've really been looking forward to the expansion on for years now, so. The only other thing this year I am anticipating as highly as this Shadow of the Erdtree DLC is that Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Sup? How's it going, Logic? The Marvel vs. Capcom collection, obviously. I plan on day one-ing that easily. And maybe Silent Hill 2 for me, just because I'm a big survival horror fan. And I wouldn't mind seeing how this new Silent Hill pans out. Or the remake, I mean. New in terms of, you know, it's remade, not new as in sex. I do have other things on my wish list, but a lot of those are things that, okay, I'll get them eventually. Yeah. I'm trying, Logic. I am trying, believe me. I just, that battle and boss fight, it's just, it gets me, man. It's really hard. I mean, because you have to be perfect the whole time. It's a lot more stressful than being perfect in, say, just this level or something. Because most of this level is okay. Minus basically 3 rooms before you hit battle it anyway. Mainly just that one pinball. And the other ones, it depends. The one where you're flying on the fact that one can be a little bit of a pain because you never know exactly how the pinballs are going to line up until you're flying through them. But most of these other rooms, it's okay. And then Battleland's boss fight itself is, you know, an extremely lengthy affair that you have to be perfect through. You can't ever get hit by a laser beam ever. And it makes it a little rougher for me because it's one thing to do platforming perfectly. It's another thing to do platforming perfectly while also dodging lasers and fire or ball thing or little beam ball things, and then sometimes double beam balls. And I have no idea how people do Goldens that are longer than the Seaside. You know, I haven't done any of the Seasides because my plan is to get through the A and B sides and just go through all the stuff people say is horribly hard. That way, when I get to the Seasides, I have a brief respite, whereas they'll be harder, they're a lot shorter, so I'll probably get them faster. And then I have that break before I have to start doing Farewell. Well, we'll do all the we'll do the Seasides last, and then we'll have Farewell. And Farewell is going to be its own beast, so. But as far as how they do it, I would just say it's a lot of patience. First off, you really just have to love the game to even bother to want to try. But also, even outside of that, I mean, it's just patience. It happens. You're going to have several runs where everything seems like it's going perfect and it messes up, but you'll eventually get there with enough practice and time and patience. A lot of it really is just not getting in your own head about it. When you mess up or something, because, people mess up sometimes, like that, and, sometimes you get lucky and recover like that, and other times you can't. It's just the nature of the beast. In my case, a lot of it is, I like to do a lot of, stuff like Last of Us, where I like to do, permadeath, whole game permadeath on ground and stuff, and I grew up in the NES era, so a lot of that was, you run out of continues or whatever, you're dead, you start the whole game over. So for me, I actually enjoy that. And so, doing a single level, no matter how hard it might be, or how long it may be, with the Goldens and stuff, with a game I already love, that's just, to me, it's just, hey, there's another excuse to keep playing a game you love. So, in my case, it doesn't really bother me as much, I guess, that I have to restart the level sometimes 80, 100 times even, more, depending on the level. It doesn't really, I don't know. You can't be sitting here super nervous about it the whole time, or that's going to cause problems usually too, so it's because if you're sitting there the whole time and you're nervous, you're going to just be prone to doing something really silly and mess up. That's just how it's going to be. Whereas if you're calm about it, yeah, you're going to mess up from time to time, but if you can just kind of laugh at yourself about it, it helps. And I don't really overthink it. I'm right there very much on the hitbox there. If I go any higher, I would have hit those spikes, I'd be dead. I'd be restarting the level. But if it happened, it happens. Also, the thing with this level, the thing that helps out a lot with this level is that it's just a fun level in general. So when stuff like that happens, I just go back, start over, it's not a big deal. But even if it were just an atrociously not fun level for some, let's just say I just hated this level. I like this game enough that, I don't know, you get used to doing this kind of stuff. It stops being as, at least for me personally, I don't know how other people are personally on it, you'd have to ask them. For me personally, it's just, you know, it's fun. Enjoy it, so I don't think about it much. Alright, I got a 2B Golden at some point, and that was kind of fun, but it took me several days, and I wouldn't want to do that for every level of the game. That's fair, and that's perfectly valid. I mean, look, the devs were kind enough not to require... The devs were that was just a silly goof on my part, but, like, kind enough not to require it for Plat. Plus, even if they had, they gave people assist mode, you know? It's there if people want to use it. It's a part of the dev toolkit. They literally said, here, if you need this and you want to use it, go for it. You know, there's that. But as far as, like, that's totally... I've had a bunch of people come in here and be like, yeah, there's no way I'd want to ever do the Goldens. But then those same people are speedrunners. And they're probably more than capable, if they really wanted to put their mind to it, to do the Goldens, but it's still perfectly valid to not want to do the Goldens. To me, I kind of like this kind of stuff, especially indie games do it a lot. Like these kind of challenge run things, like it's nice that they give you the option, you know? Hey, do you want to do this and try and go for it. Do you not want to do it? Cool, you never have to touch it. You know, or you can try it out, and if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. I like that we have the option. That's really what it is. So... some people would look at this and be like, wow, you're just torturing yourself repeating the level. It's like, no, not really. I mean, I love the game, you know? I love the game enough that I want to do it. Like, I had already, when I first started streaming Celeste, I don't know, a month or two ago, I don't know, it's been what? This is like day 18, so probably hasn't been exit back, I don't know, but it's been a month in real time. Because I had, I didn't go either. I had you know, because I only do Monday through Thursday now, so it's like, it's been over a month in real time, but when I first started this, back then I was just doing the normal casual run, and I was like, okay, I'll come back and I'll do, I haven't actually done the main strawberries on this file, because I had them in the other one. I just figure I'll go back and get them at some point on my own time, but, because I have another file that I was just playing off-stream before this, that I did all the, like, regular strawberries, but on that one I really haven't done the Goldens. So, long story short, like, yeah, I hadn't decided at the time whether I was going to even do Goldens. I was just going to, you know, because I knew I loved Celeste, but I'd never tried, at that time I had never even done B or C sides. So we got through the B or C sides, the B and C sides, excuse me, and I was like, okay, well, we'll try Farewell. Well, Farewell was an experience for sure, and in fact, Farewell is probably my favorite level, not just in this game, but one of my favorite levels in the platformers ever. It was brutal, it was hard, but when I got through that, I was like, yeah, let's do Goldens, and yeah, and that's kind of how I wound up here. Like, I wanted to do the Goldens because I enjoyed it enough that, yeah, I was like, yeah, I want more Celeste, I want to go after these, and I believe I'll get there someday, but, you know, I'm not rushing toward it. If I take a few streams, that's fine. That's also why I knew Goldens would take a long time. So that's why I decided to take advantage of that and play something else I wanted to stream and try. And that was Hollow Knight. And so that's why Mondays and Wednesdays are Hollow Knight days right now, and Tuesdays and Thursdays I do Celeste. And that's just because, you know, I knew Goldens would take a while, so I was like, well, I need to find something else I wanted to stream in the meantime. And by doing that, I still have the time to practice, but also I'm not sitting here every stream just doing Celeste. So that helps a bit too. Like, I'm not just beating my head against the wall. I have a breather here too here. I might practice off stream on occasion, but I'm not really putting a lot of time into Celeste when I'm not streaming right now. Because of, or at least as far as Goldens go, I might play offhand just to play. Like, I do casual speedrun here and there, but yeah. So it helps that I'm not playing Celeste literally every day doing the Goldens, because I imagine if I spent every day trying Goldens, maybe I'd progress faster, but at the same time, it would leave me more prone to maybe getting a little more frustrated. Oh, I'm sure. This is day 18 of doing Celeste in general. This isn't just doing Goldens. This is day 18 since I started doing Celeste, period. It wasn't like I've literally been spending 18 days doing Goldens. I don't remember what day I'm on Golden was, but it's shorter than that. Day 18 is just a way for me to mark it for my VODs whenever I put it on, when I upload them to my YouTube, just to have it backed up and on file. Like, so this is day 18 of doing Celeste, period. This isn't day 18 of only doing Goldens. I've been doing Goldens for maybe a week, maybe a little more than that now. I don't know. No, actually, no, it's been about 2 weeks, I would say. So it's probably closer to like 12 to 14 days, somewhere in there. I'd have to go back and look, but yeah. Because I spent quite a while doing, I think I spent roughly a week-ish doing Farewell. Just playing it, not Golden. I'm not touching Gold. Farewell Golden is something I'm saving for last. I imagine I'll be on that for a year or more even. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah. Even if it does take me, if it takes me 5 years, I don't care. I love Celeste. It's about playing Celeste for me, so it gives me an excuse to keep doing it. And it gives me a challenge run thing, and I love challenge runs. I really love. I'm damn near addicted to challenges in gaming like this. So whenever they give me the opportunity to do something like this is something I would be doing even if I weren't streaming it. So that's kind of where I'm at. The only difference is, hey, I like to stream too, so why not just combine both? So yeah, it doesn't faze me to die and repeat. Like, that's the thing. A lot of people get in their own heads. They're like, oh my god, I don't want to spend a year or more or whatever doing it. It's like, well, yeah, of course. If you don't want to spend a year or more or whatever doing this, or however long you think it might wind up being, don't. I don't even have an actual set expectation on how long this is going to take. I just know it's going to take long. You know? I'm actually making far faster progress than I ever thought I'd make. I thought I'd be stuck on 3A still, probably 3A even still right now, and I'm here at 6A, and it's like, okay. This is only, what is this? It's only the second day I'm on 6A. It's only the second day I've done Gold, and the first day was mainly just practice anyway. It was just learning the level a bit better. So yeah, it's not like I'm over here, oh god, this is day 17 of, 6A Gold in itself. It's not like that. But even if it were, I don't care. I'll still do this. Because it's fun. That's ultimately what it comes down to. It's fun for me. If it's not a thing that would be fun for you, you shouldn't be doing it. Like, no, I don't get people who will do things like that and they absolutely hate it the whole time, but they're just doing it. It's like, well, if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing it, because then you're just giving yourself unneeded stress. If I didn't love Celeste, I certainly wouldn't be doing this. But, I do, so here I am. That's really what it boils down to, is I have fun doing it, so that's why I'm doing it. Dying doesn't really even faze me on it. It's like, okay, cool, you died. Big whoop de doo. But I think some of it, I honestly, this is my personal opinion. I don't know how true or not true this is. I think some of it is eras people grew up in. And this isn't a, oh, dang, young kids don't understand thing. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying a lot of more modern games, they'll give you the option. They'll give you the option on, hey, do you want to have this crazy over-the-top challenge, or do you want this to be a smooth, chill experience, right? A lot of people didn't grow up in an era where permadeath was just the standard. Thankfully, this is only level by level. It's not like, hey, you die, you gotta go all the way back. Unless you're doing that challenge run where you're trying to literally get everything in one go, and then, you die, you have to repeat. But, yeah, it's not like that with this typically, so, I guess what I'm saying in a long way is, if you're not having fun, don't do it. Or if you think you might have fun doing it, and then you discover you're not having fun doing it, well, then just don't do it. It's okay. Life's not that deep, It's, if you're having fun, it should be something you're doing and you're having fun. If it gets to a point where it's not fun for you anymore, it's okay to just not do it. I think people just overthink, that stuff sometimes when they get in their heads about, oh, it has to be a certain way. Oh, I started this, it's gotta be like, I gotta do this forever. No. Bro, I don't care if you stream or not. You don't want to do it, you're not having fun anymore? We'll do it. It's okay. I don't think it's like that bad. Or unheard of a thought to... Ooh, that was close. To, you know, be in that situation. Like, if you're not having fun, life's too short not to, you know, just do the things you're enjoying. We all have our stuff, but at the same time, life is truly too short to be like, oh, I'm not having fun with this. Let me, that was lucky. But yeah, if you're not having fun, bro, don't do it. It's really... Damn it! I didn't hit the crystal in time and then I couldn't get up. But yeah, don't do it if you're not having fun. Anyways, I'm gonna move on. I know I kind of went ad nauseum about that, but... I have games I do play that just are completely for fun that are super easy and stuff. It's just... I find a lot of times, even in my own time, I tend to be seeking out and liking to do like challenge runs and stuff. So when you have an option like this, it's kind of cool that they included it. The devs did. I appreciate that. I guess it's just kind of the way I grew up. Whee! Oh no, you don't. No! No! It's always amusing when that happens to me. I get stuck behind it, I try to recover it. It's like, nope, it's too late. Sometimes I'll let the slow death happen on it, but you know. Alright, give me just a second, I'm gonna check on this was the hardest side for me, not gonna lie. Really? Huh. Well, I mean, it's the battle and fight. That's really what it ultimately boils down to. The battle and fight... Madeline imprisoned for her crimes. The battle and fight is really what makes this level the hardest. Not hardest as in hardest of them all, but like, that's the hardest part of this level. If that fight wasn't as long or as crazy as it was, this level would be almost a cakewalk, really. So, overall, like, yeah, there are a few sections I'm prone to dying at, but like, I think without the boss fight being as long as it was, probably get through it a lot faster. But, you know, I plan for that too. I'm like, hey, if I be here a little bit, it's okay. But I went into it knowing pretty much nothing about, yeah, that's true. Did you, when you were doing the Goldens for this, did you just kind of yeet yourself into it? I'm just curious. So then you have to do the initial play, and, they need to bring it down. Oh, okay. So yeah, by the time you got back around to the level, it was pretty foggy on the map. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, there's a few of these where I'll start them and it's like, it's been so long since I played this level, I remember nothing about it, so... The only reason I remember what I do about this level is because the battle and fight always sticks in my mind as being really over the top and long. So in my head, it's like, I'll never actually forget that. I won't remember every screen by any means. I don't ever remember entirely how many screens. I just always remember it's ridiculously lengthy and kind of a thing. Really fun for me. It's probably my favorite A-Slide casually. Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. I mean, I love 7 in general. A and B and C-sides. So, like, I'm looking forward to that. But I'm also kind of happy that because we're in 6 AG, we're no longer in 3 or 5 AG where it's claustrophobic and dark. Which kind of can also affect you when you're repeating a level. that's already long. It's like, okay, where's this? This is a lot more colorful, you know. There's a psychological effect there, I feel like, and it's noticed. It doesn't feel as trying to repeat the level, you know. It's like, oh, okay. Plus, when you're just kind of going and flowing through it, it doesn't take that long to get back to her. It's just a matter of, well, one of those 3 rooms prior to her slip me up or mega kill. And even then, not a big deal. You just restart and keep going. I expect this, or at least when I came in here initially, I expected this to take a really, take a little longer than the others because of the battle and fight. Even practicing it, I still have issues. Like, even when I'm not doing, the golden, I just come in here to practice, or I go on my other file and just kind of practice it a bit, just that section. It feels like it goes on forever. I'm still prone to just, whoops, I messed up here. Or even if I get through the easier parts and I get to the harder parts, it's just really easy to mess really simple things up in it. Because that's all it takes is you mess up once, and it's back to the start. So I think I kind of like that about Celeste too, though. I think that's part of what I find so appealing about it. Let's redo that. Let's just start the room over. No, okay, not. Okay, Pinball said no this time, guys. Sorry. They were like, I don't care how you try and restart this room, you're gonna die. You're going down this time. Sometimes the game's just like, yeah, you're just gonna die. And that's totally a me thing. I had issues with it, but once I start messing up on the pinballs, it's really hard to recover. Even if I take a moment to pause and breathe, it's almost like it's been predestined. It's okay, though. It's fun. It's fun for me, at least. Whee! I like the flow of this level in general, so it's all chill. It's fun to fly around in the feathers, even though some of them can be a little trickier. It's fun to bounce off the blocks and use the momentum to just kind of skyrocket. That's fun. So that helps with this level. That helps with some of what would be normally irritation for this level for me, is also that it's just a fun level to kind of fly around in, so. And I'm actually probably somebody who's definitely, more inclined to not be a fan of the feathers because they can be a little squirrely with steering. But I still really enjoy these, or this level specifically, just because of the flow. Believe me, I'm not a huge fan of the feathers. They've, even in casual playthroughs, I've had plenty of moment where I'm like, I wish the feathers didn't exist. But then, starting when it works, it feels good. When you can't quite get it right, or you're squirrely flying everywhere like a spaz, it's exciting, but it's not always the funnest mechanic. Pinballs can be fun, but also prone to some weird stuff where you can just whiff it or go bounce. You touch it in the the slightest wrong way, and you're bouncing into your oblivion, basically. So I'm not necessarily a huge pinball lover. This right here, a blast to do when you can get it right. This, less so. Because that stuff can happen. See, I mess up once there, and suddenly it's... and you're just trying to pray you can recover. A lot of the pinball rooms aren't even recoverable. A lot of them, it's you mess up, you're going to bounce them to death, or you're just going to die because you can't recover. And that's fine. I'm totally down for that. But at the same time, it makes it a little like, damn, pinball's got me again. This room, I'm notoriously bad at this. I don't know why it's so hard for me to hit this just right and do that. But a lot of times I'll hit it wrong and fly off somewhere, or I'll hit it just wrong enough that I can't recover the jump high enough to grab onto the ledge to do the rest of it. This room, it depends on if I get the angle right. If I get the angle right, it's fine. It used to be a lot more bothersome until I kind of got a route for it. This room, this is another one of those rooms where it could go either way. Sometimes it's perfect. Other times, that happens, That's just the nature of it. It doesn't affect me though all that much. The way I know I've watched people who try this stuff who that would infuriate them, and that's fine. You know, it's an understandable reaction. I'm not like judging those people. I'm just saying, like, for me, it's whatever. Now, I've definitely had my golden moments where, yeah, it was a little testy, because I was like, you know, okay, this is pissing me off. But usually it doesn't last terribly long. And usually it's after I've done the level that I've gotten to the point where I know I can do the level, but I'm not quite making it. That can get a little, like, you know, a little frustrating. But it's never gotten to the point where I feel like, oh, this isn't fun for me. Stop doing this. So, you know, if it gets to that point, sure, I would stop. But I don't think it will. Because I kind of come in with the idea that, hey, it's going to take a lot of practice. You're going to have a lot of runs that just, yeah, mess up. Plus, it kind of helps that I am prone to getting to the very end of these sometimes, and then messing, well, actually a lot of times, and messing up, and then coming back later and doing the full thing and doing fine, like, almost right after. It's like, it sucks to lose at the very end of a level. I did it in 5 AG. I got to the very end, messed up the last jump, and had to restart the level, and then the very next time I went back and I did it. There's been a few other levels like that where like I get very close to the end, even in regular runs, like I'm very close to the end, and whoops, I whiffed it. I pulled a scream basically. Hey buddy, how you doing? You doing okay? Oh good, I'm glad to see you're doing alright and you're awake, and I was trying to let you sleep. Let me know when you get hungry for breakfast, okay? Or brunch, depending on what time you're... I know it's summer, you're on your own schedule, but yeah. Did it cool off in there for you? Small one got the fan? Okay, I just want to make sure you were okay after that. Sorry, if you said something, I probably would have done that last night. I thought you had turned it on, but I guess you didn't. No, it's okay. You're good now, though? Okay, cool. Mom's at work, so... You know. Who's that Pokemon? My kiddo. You're good, dude. I think they're making a joke. You're fine. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, the Kevin blocks. I don't hate them. When I die to them, it's like funny. I just like, yeah, I love you guys. You guys are nice. When I die to the pinballs, I'm like, you sons of guns. How dare ye? How dare ye have the audacity to not let me progress forward? But even then, I'm not really honest about it. Yee! Helps this level is just fun to kind of woo, wee. Like it's like a theme park ride. Except I accidentally let off of grab too much soon there, and then I weed right into the spikes. Oh my god, that was funny. Doesn't faze me though. Really doesn't. These parts that I'm sure you guys are probably cringing, like, oh my god, how'd you do that? It's like, I don't really. I'm also riding the high that we got Shadow of the Erd Tree in a few hours, really. And regardless of whether I'm at work or not tomorrow, I'm just excited that I'll get to play it regardless of weekend, no matter what. And I'll have the whole weekend to play it, because I don't have work at all the rest of the weekend. So that's kind of super awesome. Whee! There's too much whee going on in this game, in this level, to be angry at the level when I have to restart. All right, give me a sec, guys. I gotta ban somebody. Bye, bot. Nobody wants your stupid viewer button. Bye. All right, cool. Anyways, so yeah, I have a zero tolerance policy, not just for bots, but for almost zero tolerance policy when it comes to just people trying to sell me things. I don't, I don't care about your stupid, cheap viewers, dude. I'm not doing this for that. I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it. If someday it turns out, oh, I get viewers and I'm able to, like, do a thing out of, like, actually make a thing of it, cool. But I'm not aiming to do that, and I'm certainly not going to do that by buying bots, like viewers. That's just not going to happen. That's a big no-no in my book. Like, it's just stupid. Why do you even bother trying? I get it's a bot, so it's just doing what it's programmed to do, so it doesn't know. But it's still like, I'm not, as soon as I see that pop up on my TV, I'm like, yeah, no, you're gone. You done did it. And I've even miffed a few graphic effects people, because they come in here trying to, hey, hi, how are you? And then they're trying to sell you on their, their art, and you doing stuff for your channel. I'm like, please don't do that. I'm not interested. Plus, if I really want to do it, I have the ability to make my own stuff. So I'm not looking for a GFX person. If there's something I want specific I can't do, I've already got people who can do it. So I'm just not looking for that. So please, kindly, especially if you're not a bot so you can tell the difference, don't try to sell me or my viewers on anything in chat. It's just not going to happen. Don't. If I see you trying to sell things to me and you see that doesn't work, you try to sell it to other people, I'm gonna have to ban you, and it's just gonna happen. And I have to be ruthless about it, because if I'm not, that's how you get a bajillion people doing it and trying anyway. And yeah, I just don't. I'm a chill person, but that's a zero tolerance thing for me. Like, don't try and sell me or anyone else on your stuff in my chat. Like, that's just not. This is not the place to be doing that. Pinball, cooperate with me. I know you're joking, so I'll let it be, but yeah. Yeah. Also, nice to meet you, Love for Bread Twitch. Oh my god, could you imagine? I did have a prawn bot did show up in here at one point. I banned them immediately too, but yeah. Why they do that? Oh well. But yeah, it was just like, yeah, you're joking, I get that. But like, whatever, I know, it's like somebody I literally just came in here and I haven't seen them talking, and they're just like, suddenly they're trying to sell me something, or they're clearly a bot, like that last one, it's like, yeah, bye-bye. So we got protein cookies, and we have a loaf of bread, man. We're getting a regular, veritable smorgasbord of food going on in here, guys. I appreciate it. We're creating the Avengers of food. Hey, I'm all for it. I hope you're doing all right today. I hope all y'all are doing all right today. But yeah, I am just dying in 6AG a bunch, and that's just what I like to do. I enjoy the casually dying until I get the run. I'll be spider cooking. Oh no, don't get me started on freaking Hollow Knight. Oh god. Hollow Knight yesterday. The spiders were creeping me out, okay? Ooh, really? Very nice. Especially with B-sides, because those are lengthy as all hell. Oh my gosh, congrats. Congrats. Yeah. I'm, doing the ill-advised thing of going through all A's, then B-sides, and then doing C-sides before I do farewells. So I'm gonna just go through all the long levels and all the banging my head against the wall until I get it kind of stuff, so that the hope is I'll get through A and B eventually. I don't have a timetable on it. And that'll give me the shorter, even though they're more difficult, the shorter C-sides to give me kind of a breather before we tackle farewell, which is going to be its own thing. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Because they're shorter. So it's like, yeah, I get that. But I'm purposely saving them so I have a bit of a barrier and a buffer before I have to start Farewell Gold. So I would rather get the longer, more difficult ones out of the way now. So then I can do C-sides, I can breathe, and then I can do, Farewell, which will be, that's going to take forever, but for now we're at 6A, so that's all I'm going to worry about right now. That put me at 199 berries, huh? Yeah. I need to go back and get the regular berries on this file, because before I started streaming this, I was doing another file just on my own, and I got all the regular strawberries in that one. Never touched golden berries, obviously. And I just Didn't feel like going back. Oh, they're just a bragging thing. They're just a thing you can get. They don't actually do. They can change the ending a little bit, but it doesn't like have a grand effect on things. It even tells you in the game that berries are just kind of a thing for challenge. Brag to your friends, whatever. They're not something you have to do. In the case of golden berries, they're more about the challenge run itself. It's not really it doesn't actually do anything special. Yeah, they canonically are there to impress your friends. It even says it in the little postcard they give you on one of the load screens early in the game when you first start. That's literally all it's for. But, in my case, yeah, that's a cool bonus, but I mostly just like the challenge of it. But I will go back and get the regular strawberries on this file too, just so I can have a complete file when I finally do it. I just haven't gone back around to doing it on this one. It's, it's time. I work on other things outside of this, and, one of these weekends, not this weekend, because I'm doing Shadow of the Earth Tree on my own time, but, one of these weekends I'll sit down and go back and get the rest of the regular strawberries in this one. On this file. But till then, I ain't that worried about it. Probably when it's been long enough since I got them on the other one that I'm just like, oh, okay, I can go back and do this now. It'd only take, 2 maybe. Alright, good luck. Oh, 7B's awesome, too. I love that one. Yo, good luck with it. And then the soundtrack's a banger. I just absolutely love it. Woo! Win this again. Yeah, wish them all the luck, because yeah, that could be crazy. 7B is already pretty long, so that's going to be a tough one. But if we could practice for something like Farewell later, even though Farewell dwarfs it in size by a lot. A little dude? Yeah. Hey man, I get it. You get all amped up off of finishing one, and all of a sudden you want to jump into the next one immediately. I have to pace myself because, it takes me a fair amount of time to get the one anyway, and then by the time I finish, it's like, okay, I'll breathe until I have usually I'll have a practice day one, where, I'll do a day where I'm just practicing it, and maybe it works out, and if it doesn't, it's not a big deal. And then I have the ones like today where I'm genuinely trying to, straight up go for it. I mean, I guess I'm always trying to go for it no matter what, but, there's the difference between you're trying and then there's, I'm learning the level. Now I'm familiar enough with the level, I'm actually trying, but this next 3 rooms, this room, this little third pinball, man, it really doesn't like me. I am. Are you freaking serious? I got the under part. That's funny. Oh well. Here we go again. I know it's like Happy Death Day all over again. Again, great movies. Definitely check them out if you're a horror fan. Obviously, you could always just watch the classic Groundhog Day too if you're not into horror. But yeah, you do like horror films. You do watch Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day 2. They're fun. They're like the dumb fun kind of horror. Whee! Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for coming back for me, buddy. You're a real bro. Whee! He's like, wait, where'd you go? Don't worry, Kevin. I'll still give you 5 stars on Uber. Don't worry, my guy. There are Kevins in here that will keep going. You mess up on Mega Kevin, he's not coming back for you. Not soon enough for you not to die. I think even at the end, he just kind of sits there. Never actually sat there long enough to know if he ever actually goes back, or if he just literally just sits there forever. Maybe I'll check it out next time I'm over there, just test it for a little bit to give myself a chance to beat before I fight battle. Whee! Which will be one of these times. I don't know how soon or how late. It depends on those last 3 rooms before her. Depends. It really depends on what you're into. I watch pretty much all kinds of horror. My favorite horror film, this is just me personally, is the remake to Evil Dead. I haven't watched Evil Dead Rise, the new one or whatever yet, but so I can't judge that. But the remake to Evil Dead, I absolutely adore. Don't get me wrong, still love the hokey campiness of the OG Evil Deads, but you know, a lot of the Sam Raimi ones are dumb, kind of campy fun. Those ones are fun. Like Drag Me to Hell, that's a fun one. If you're looking for something just like, it's hard to recommend scary because scary is so subjective, and plus when you watch enough horror films, you stop being scared of horror films generally. So it's not like games where maybe you might find a game that's still very terrifying. Definitely have. Oh, You're Next. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a really fun one. That's one I would recommend. Really, any of the Evil Deads, even the OG ones, which are campy, are fun. You could definitely watch those. I like to watch some of the old Jason films and old Freddy films because those are fun. They're kind of fun in a kind of dumb, campy, over-the-top, gory way, but the Saw films, to a degree, I don't really hate any of the Saw films. There are some that are better than others, but I also kind of met my wife because of them, so it's, I'm going to be naturally inclined biased, but I actually like the series since the beginning anyway, so I like those films just for fun. Like, they're pretty fun. I haven't watched all the new ones, but yeah. Oh, apocalypse movies. You know, that is an interesting take, actually. I mean, 28 Days, 28 Weeks Later are good ones. They're more zombie, but they are still post-apocalyptic. I wouldn't really call it... That's my thing, though. It's hard to call a horror film scary, per se, because a lot of them, at my point, I don't find a lot of them scary. I just enjoy the genre as a whole, so... For me, recommend scary, I'm like, it's really hard to recommend scary, because I just don't find a lot of scary. You know? I don't find a lot of them scary anymore, so... There is... It depends on what scares you, too. So, if you're into, like... I mean, some people find Ring and Grudge scary, and I really don't, but I enjoy them. Some people would find the remake to Evil Dead a little scary, because it's very over-the-top, it's very gory. It's actually kind of creepy, but it's just like... I wouldn't find it scary, because I've been watching horror films for so long. Most of the post-apocalyptic, it's really hard to find that and be scared. I don't know that there are... Scary. I don't know. I don't find a lot of stuff scary. There are even, like, rarely do I find a horror game scary, because I've just been watching horror films since I was, like, 7, so... And I'm 36 now, so that should tell you a lot. Like... It's hard for me to say scary. There are a lot of, like, post-apocalyptic usually winds up being a zombie film, so... I guess you could try some of the old Romero films, too. Or even the remake to, like, Dawn of the Dead or something, but... I wouldn't call them scary, they're just kind of good movies. If you're afraid of, like... I guess you could, like, if you're scared of, like, demons and shit, and demon possession and all that, and ghost shit, maybe Paranormal Activity. It's probably less scary now. More the earlier ones. I think 1 and 2 were probably... 3 is where it started to get just okay and not really scary, and then 4 on was just kind of weird. I just kind of watched those for a laugh, but, I don't know, it really depends on what scares you. Post-apocalypse, there's some out there, but a lot of them just turn out to be like zombie films, and I don't know that you would really call those post-apocalyptic per se. Because a lot of the people who want to do post-apocalyptic like to do zombie. It's always zombies. I don't know. Like, I Am Legend. Technically that's inspired, but, you know, that's a good one. I really just need to dig around. I've got a whole claim. Bum 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 bum. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I love you, son. You're hilarious. I did not set that up right at all, so I'm gonna wait and come back. Oh, there we go. Now it's set up the way I want it to be. Drop, dash, there we go. Here. "28 Days Later." If you're asking about 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later, that's a good one. Or those are good ones. Yeah. Definitely check those out. They're pretty good. They're actually making a 28 years later now, like, I don't know how many years after they made the other one, but it's just kind of nice. Yeah, no, definitely. I don't have a problem recommending them. It's just that horror is so subjective on what people find scary or not scary. You know, it's kind of hard to be like, oh yeah, you'll find this scary, and then you know, I should not have gone up. I was not expecting them to go up as quickly as they did. But yeah, I love the genre, but what people find scary is different for everyone. But you'll start to kind of be able, if you wind up liking that stuff, you'll start to be able to suss out what